Hi everyone. Have you just removed a carpet and you're trying to figure out how to turn the old wood transitions into something you can use with a laminate floor or a caulk floor like this one? Well, I can show you what I did to get it to work. When you watch my other video, I'll show you how to remove one of these wood transitions. Basically, get it to pop loose with all this glue that's underneath where it was glued down to the wood floor or to tile in this case. But the biggest issue that you might find is the shape of these transitions was specially made for carpet. It's not a T transition, but it's more of a, well, L shape or whatever you call this. You can try to find a new T transition to put in the space that you have between your new floor and the old one. But the trouble is it may be difficult to find the transition that you want in the color. Also, especially one that matches the original wood floor like this one. So what I did is actually reused the original transitions, but I was able to cut a notch on the end here with a table saw, so that this notch acts like a T transition and fits into this exact same place where it was originally. And it looks sharp because it is exactly the same way it was originally installed with the carpet. So you don't have to worry about trimming your new transitions to fit where they need to go. Alright, so the first step is we need to sand off the glue, the old glue, because you need to have a good fresh wooden surface for the new glue to stick to. So we're going to use a Dremel tool to sand it off, but I'm sure there's a lot of different ways you can, a lot of different tools you can use to get the glue off of there. What you don't want to do is break the wood. So if you plan on reusing it, obviously. Obviously, it doesn't matter how smooth it is. In fact, a rough surface is desirable for glue. You just want to have the wood exposed. Alright, there's our piece that's been sanded down nicely by my handy associate here. Now, here's the fun part. We're going to put a notch using this table saw. Obviously, the turning blade on this table saw can be extremely dangerous, so please be mindful where you put your hands and your fingers, especially in this project when I wasn't able to use a safety guard on the saw itself. By lowering it to the height that I want to cut my notch in the bottom of this transition, that's going to give me the notch that I want. And here's the height that I've already pre-measured. So I'm going to put a piece of flooring underneath it as a spacer. And then I'm going to take my side that's already cut and use that to hold the piece level while I cut the notch with the blade. And I'm going to use this guide on the table saw to cut a straight line, and I'm just going to keep sliding it over a little bit by a little bit. I'll show you the first cut here. Okay. We're just checking the height on the cut there to make sure it's going to be the height that I want. Alright, so now that I've got that first cut, I'm going to go ahead and move the guide about 1/8 of an inch to the right. And make another cut. And I only need about 4 cuts to get the size of the groove that I want. Alright, I'm checking the width on my groove here. It's about just shy of 1/4 of an inch wide. I have room. You can see the width of my T base here is still fairly wide. It's almost 1/2 inch. So I think I'm going to leave it there and leave a nice sturdy base on that T. The only thing I'm going to do now to finish it off is, you see there's some of the original edge here of the facing didn't get cut properly. So what I'm going to do is just leave the saw on the current setting and kind of work the piece back and forth on top. I'll show you. And that'll smooth out that edge. And now you can see we have a nice smooth edge all the way across, very straight. And that gives me the lip that I want. So let's go see how it fits. Okay, this is the spot where this particular piece came from. And you can see here some of the spots left by the glue on the original wood, which is another reason why I want to use the same original piece of trim rather than try to get a new T-molding, because it may not cover all of that. Let's see how it fits. And it slips in perfectly. So now I'm just going to use liquid nails glue, hold it down with a big bag of books or something for a day, and then put a sign on it so that no one steps on it for the next few days, and it'll give it a chance to really harden in place. By the way, I'm going to glue only on the wood, on the wood side, not on the cork, and I'm going to put a bead of glue inside on the bottom of the T base so that it gets in here. But I'm not going to glue the cork directly because the cork is a floating floor. But yep, that's how we're going to get these transitions finished on our new floor. Thank you for watching, and if this was helpful, please hit the subscribe button to support this channel. Have a great day.